What is going on, you people? This is your boy Nick, HOUTX trader, coming from Houston, Texas, guys. Today we smashed NAS, and I called out 30, even though we didn't take it, and it smashed. We did take an L on gold though, but not a big deal. It was only like a couple pips, not a big deal. But we hit like 1,200 pips on NAS, so it's all good. This is just for training. It's not financial advice, guys. If you need financial advice, go see a financial planner. All right, let's share the screen. Let's get it on. We smashed. Okay, look, dude. Here it is. So this morning, and this is live, right? If you want to look at this video right here on the top corner, right? Go replay the live at about 8. Let me see. We called this out about no, it wasn't 9:30. It was like 8 8:45 in the morning, 8:30ish in the morning. Let's see. I entered right here, as a matter of fact, on this candle, 8:45. So go in the video till 8:45 in the morning, you'll see. But let's start up on a higher time frame, like the 1 hour, right? So we see NAS has been crazy bullish. We want to get into buys, but however, I'm looking at this, I'm like, you know what? Look at this three touch divergent, way oversold, right? Price is still getting higher. Guess what? Getting lower. Getting lower. I would have liked for this to touch the purple on the RSI, but I was like, you know what? I don't know if that's going to happen. So what do we do? We're like, okay, guys, this is the third touch of the divergent. Okay. We're starting to see a sell off, and now it's coming back up, and we're seeing this real time, and we're seeing this RSI being even lower. So let's come down to the 15. All right. Let's come to the 5, actually. Let me reset this chart. And so I was like, you know what? Let's draw a trend line. Right. And I put it from there and I put it to the bottom of these candles just like this. Now, I was not playing the trend line break. That's because that's not my strategy. But what I was telling the people on the chat, I said, look, here's the top right here. See this candle? There's the top, there's the top, there's the top. If we're going to play a trend line break strategy, this is the kind we want to play because the trend line is here, which is super close to the top. So you put your stop loss up here, give yourself a little bit of room. You take it on the trend line break. But on the smaller time frames, we're seeing the tops and we're seeing now the divergent, right? So if we're this close to the top, we're now peaking above and we're getting divergent. Let's take this trade. Right now, we did go into profit, and I do see right here we did go into a little bit of drawdown, so it's not like a super sniper entry, but it did break. And when it broke this trend line in this area, I was like, hey, I think we got something here. Let's just be patient and let this go. Okay, that's showing me there's something there. It pushed up, and then it broke again, hit the moving average, and I see the Elliott wave. I see the 1, 2. I said, okay, well, in the Elliott wave, if it's going to 1, 2, 3, and our entry was here and now it finally broke structure here. 1, 2. I was like, well, then we have at least a 3. And then it just look at that bear, and it just took off. And I said, well, all right, well, we're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna let this go. And then it took off, and then I ended up exiting right there at that candle because I see how close we are to the bottom here. That's good profit. So I believe I exited right, literally like right there, and I think that's like 1,200 pips. Right, we exited right there. 1,139. Yeah, over 1,000. So we caught a Jeep. We caught a G today. That is what I'm talking about. And we called it live right there. Now, that is our trade review. We saw the divergent. We see there's ground to be making up. But look at this, guys. Look at this fat double bottom we have now. This is now liquidity, and this is now a huge target. And we are 100% going to be selling to try to take out these double bottoms. I'm not saying it's tomorrow. I'm just saying we're going to be doing it. And I will shorten He'll be looking for entries to take that out. So this trend line is pretty much adios amigos because it's gone. This trend line did break. I mean, if you were a trend line breaker, you would have taken the entry there and you'd have caught it. But I'm not a fan of that because of how much stop loss you have. So we did not do that, but we did take this short right there. We did have that there, and we did hit a GZO. All right. And just so you don't, some people will say, oh, I'm talking shit or whatever. It's all live, but looky what I have. Here is there's the entry right where I'm telling you, right on the second. And then there's all the way down to the bottom. There's my exit, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. And so, yeah, and just so like, okay, so you know I'm not faking it. There is the timer literally going as we speak. 39, 40, right? That's UTC. I'm -5. So strike 5 off that. And you got what time it is now? 7 o'clock, 7:30. All right, that's that. Look at, fuck, dude. We called this out. We called this out live in the chats. And this is exactly what happened. And honestly, after I was in that NASDAQ trade, I went to the lake. But look at how perfect this played out. Just like we said, down, retracement into our sell zone. That's why I put this little circly and said adios. Look what it did. Holy shit, it did it perfectly. I'm, I'm not pissed that I didn't catch the trade, but there's your 88.6 right to the thing where I said there's 2,700 pips that I called live for you guys. What did I say? It's going to come right here with this previous support resistance. It's exactly what it did. Look, the only thing now, look at this. Look at this bottom. It's almost perfectly flat. That is a fat dollar sign. That is liquidity that is 100% going to get taken out. Literally called that 2,700 pip move. Called it live. I didn't take it. It is what it is. Let's look at Goldilocks. Okay. This is the L that we did take though. So the entire time we're sitting here waiting for this. I see all of this, but in the back of my head, I said everyone and their effing mom is waiting for 2,400. All right, it's too easy. It's just too easy. I'm waiting on it, and then I see this gigantic. Look at that bear candle. I said, "Yep, I'm out. I'm not even screwing around with this bear candle. I'm not messing with it. I'm good. I'll wait." I see the 78.6 right here on this big fib get hit, and I see it rejecting. And I said, okay, I'll take that entry. Right? Let's see if that's the FU candle and go. It gave me a push, and then it said, "Oop, never mind, guys, you're too early." It's all good. But we are now down in this area here, which is structure, right? So we need to figure out how to buy. But with that much momentum, hey, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know if there's any trend line. I haven't really drawn any trend lines in here to see if there's anything. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Look, it broke and then it came right back on top of it. So I'm kind of cool there. Actually, we could maybe draw this a little bit south. Yeah, okay, that's it. Here's a tip for you guys if you want to start drawing trend lines. All right, here's a tip. Draw it from the bottom and draw it from, I call it the south, or in some other cases, the north. The most southerly tip, the one that's the lowest. You see how this is up here? Do not draw your trend line right there. Okay, do not draw it right there. That's not the trend line. It's always, for some reason, the most southerly one in this situation south, right? And look at how it matches up now, and it's right there on it. Okay. The thing is, and I don't know why, but if you draw it, let's say you draw the trend line like this, right? And you omit that point right there, and you omit this, for some reason, for me, it never works. It seems like it's always that one. Now, that's a bad example because it actually did work on that one. Okay, I get it, but be very, very wary of drawing your trend lines too tight. My highly suggestion is you go with the one that's the furthest away, like that. All right. You don't want to start chopping it too early, unless I mean, look at this one. I guess this one works out. Unless you have it nice and tight. But anyways, yeah. So there is gold. And probably I should have shown you that trend line thing on 30 in NASDAQ and not on gold because gold moves in zones, not really trend lines anyways. But you get the idea. That was the point I was trying to make. So we are now finding support on this trend line. I think it's going to break personally, so I'm not really screwing with it. Now that it's broken this far, it hasn't broken this low. But I mean, look at this wick here. It could fill. So perhaps the real Fibonacci, the one we should have been playing, is this one right here. As a matter of fact, I actually don't even like the way that looks either. We'll come back. I'll clear all this shit off of gold and we'll do a recap and we'll regather ourselves on gold. But for what I see now, like NASDAQ basically screwed everyone on the bottom, screwed everyone on top, but it left that fat money bag right there. We need to figure out how to get into sales to catch that fat money bag. All right. So that's our goal. We'll have to figure out how to do that. 30. 30's, again, look at this crazy choppiness, which is all good. It's, that's perfectly okay. Doesn't fade us. Let's go out to the 30-minute on 30. Let's reset this. Again, we are now at a double bottom. So if we delete this Fibos and we can start looking at these TPs, look, that's also on this first fib. Look at the TP. It's just hitting the TP, guys. No big deal. Let's do this. Let's delete this trend line because I don't care. Let's delete this one because it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit about this moving average as well because I'm not a moving average kind of a guy. But let's do this. What can we do? We have the top trend line, which is really not even technically true because it should be up to this one. And now it should be to this one. Okay. So now our trend line is a little bit prettier. What Fibo is it playing in now? Right? Let's look. The way I like to do this then is this 236 matching up? It's not. This 38.2 doesn't look like worth a shit either. The 61.8 is kind of okay, but it's not the best. So maybe this is not where the Fibo needs to be. What about this one right here? That's a little bit cleaner. What about, we already tried this one, which is basically double bottoming us. So we don't really want to try that Fibo because if we played that one there, we'd be playing this double bottom and our stop loss is right here, which is super tight, right? So I would rather, if we're going to play that, wait for the break of structure up, then come down, and then we can use that Fibo and buy up. All right, so that's not it's not in the cards just yet. So I'm guessing that the Fibo that we need to be playing is, again, it's not pretty. It's not pretty because this is not the best. This one holds nicely. That's a little bit off, and this is a little bit off. So it's just kind of one of those things where, well, what are you gonna do? It's either this one or it's this one or it's that one. It's one of those three. Let's delete all these brushes so we can clean this up. I mean, I don't want to play this fib way the fuck down here. We gotta find something more localized. So maybe what we can do then is not, well, let's come in a little bit. Let's reset this. There's the first fib, right? First leg. There's the second leg. We could actually put the second leg to here. So let's move this fibby to right there. We could say that's the second leg. It hit. We could perhaps even do this, right? Yeah, we could definitely do that. Okay, so this is probably what we should do then. We've had the first leg. We've had the second leg. We still need a third leg. We still need a third leg, which is going to be down here somewhere, which then is probably going to try to find this as support, aka order block area, right? So then, which is also where these two TPs are. So we can start to look for a pullback here, see if we can. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. Let's zoom in on this. Let's zoom in on this right here. This is starting to unwind and reveal itself. If this comes up, we'll be in the trend line area for rejection and go. Okay, we have that going for us. Also, we have this kissing candle right there, right on the 78.6. This is the previous little order block. And the reason why that is an order block, because that is the last set of buy and sell candles, right, that led to this gigantic tank. Okay. That's the last bit. And it went, whoop, adios amigos. So this is a gigantic fair value gap from bottom of that to the top of this, right? This one is no longer a fair value gap because this wick came back up and got it. But we do have this in here. So, I mean, you could draw that from there to there and say fair value gap, which we know needs to get cleaned up. That's a gap in the market. But really, I want to see that kissing candle get hit, which is right on the 78.6. So that would be our game plan for tomorrow. Let's see if we can't catch this up to 78.6, 88.6. US30 loves the 88.6, so we'll be patient on the 88. And let's see if we can't catch it down to the bottom of that order block, and that'll finish off the week. And then that'll be good, right? So then if that's the case, let's just reset. If that's the case, and we do catch it down to there, what will that give us? Look at this, guys. This is how you do this. We draw a line right on the bottom, Look, that's right where that order block is. That's right where this candle, those two candles meet. Let's have this candle come down and fill this in, and that'll be perfectly on that weekly candle. Will give us like a pin bar, right? And a pin bars, and then it could probably push off of that. That'll give us a good old pin bar. We look at the dailies, that'll give us right here in this area, right where that red line is. And technically, it did not, that engulfed, obviously, but that'll give us one more bull candle and to fill that in. So that looks kind of cool. I like that. Let's see if we can get a push up and down tomorrow. That's gonna be the game plan, guys, for US30 is push that up tomorrow, fill in this gap, hit this little order block, and come down and fill this in. Give us that weekly candle right where that line is. We'll call that out. The red line is right about 39,479, 39,450-ish area, right in that little area. All right. And then we'll call it a week. Close out, take your profits. If you're paying, well, you'd have positive swaps because it's a sell, so you don't have to worry about the swaps. Actually, it'd be beneficial. So there it is. NASDAQ. We'll review NASDAQ tomorrow, but since it's so high, we'll have to look for some sort of sell. And the only way we can look for a sell again is coming back in here and looking at some sort of internal breaker structure, which we have nothing. So we would have to see this come down, break below, pull off 78.6, 88.6, and then go. We don't have none of that right now, and so we're looking at nothing on NAS. Goldilocks, uh, same thing on Goldie. I want to see it break the structure, right? It needs to break this top, so it needs to come off here during Asian, come down, consolidate in London, and then pop off, and that's what we can play. I wanted to look at this real quick too. I feel like just deleting all this shit right now on gold. Fuck it, why not? Delete. 29 drawings gone. Adios. Let's do this. I want to show this to you guys. Okay. This is just a thought. I haven't back tested it, but it's a thought. London session, it breaks below London and it goes. London session, it breaks above London. You at least have enough to profit. London, it breaks below and it goes. You guys getting the hint? London, it breaks above and it goes. London breaks below. That gives you enough to at least protect. I mean, that I'm not sure how many pips that is. Let's just measure that out. Let's say it breaks below and it's giving you 100 pips. Fuck, that's good, bro. 100 pips. Okay, here's the deal. Look, London, it does not, it breaks, but it does not close. Here, it closes above and gives you enough to protect. That's well over 100 pips. If that's 100 pips, that's well over 100, right? London breaks above. It does retest, but then it goes. All right. Break below. I'm not sure how many pips that is. Probably not enough. You could have protected and got broken out of even. But we still haven't lost a trade yet, guys. London, internal, break below, goes. London, goes. London doesn't really do shit. It doesn't break below or go. You might not even entered. Maybe you might have entered right there. But I mean, that's not a whole lot. If it does, it didn't. Well, technically, look, if you would have taken that buy right there, it never would have came below London, hitting you out of your stop loss, and you still would have gone. London, technically, you might have been able to enter there, but it's so far in the afternoon. Again, this is the little details I need to sort out, right? It's so far in the afternoon. Are you taking that trade? We still haven't lost one. London, break above. All right. There's some pips. Maybe you protect. I don't know. But even if you're still in this trade all the way, I mean, all the way until there, and then I guess maybe right there you lost a trade. But maybe in that point of time, you'd have been like, I'm fucking out of this. I'm not letting this go for days like that. London, you got screwed, you lost that trade. London, you had enough to protect, I suppose. Here, gone, you won that one. Here, you won that one. So we need to backtest this. I mean, I guess I'm kind of backtesting now. London, gone. London, gone. Here, you got to wick up, which you would have entered, but you still never hit stop loss, right? If your stop loss is down here, you never hit stop loss. And so, I mean, we just do this over again. It did not close above, so you're in. It closed above here, and then, okay, you lost that one. out of out of the two trades we've said we've quote unquote lost so far. Here it is. Gone. Look, gone. Winner, winner, right? This one closed above. Okay, you lost that one. That's three L's now, right? This one did not close above. It closed below right here. You had entered. Okay. Did not. I mean, I'm not sure if that hit your stop loss or not. Probably. But maybe it didn't. Maybe you have your stop loss a few pips below it. And in case, gone, you won. Gone. Nice little smiley face. Look. So that's the point I'm trying to get across. That is the point I'm trying to get across. Look. It's just like 1, 2, 3. It's just like, fuck, dude, gone. Right? It's over and over and over again. There's London. You could protect. Look at London, go. London, go. Enough to protect all fucking day. Look at these ones. Jesus. Gone. Gone. You got choppy action in here. Okay, whatever. Gone. There's a winner. So that's it. I'm gonna delete all of these little marks that I made, 113 of them. You get the point. Dude, we could seriously be looking at this. So now this is something I'm going to seriously put into the strategy, because if now we have this block, right? And this is London, screws around here, and it starts to break tomorrow's London, I'm entering. All right. Because I know I have these targets up here. I know I have this trend line up here where there's liquidity. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to end this meeting now. We banged, banged some pips today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys watched. Yo, my flash funding. Thank you guys. I'm giving out an account tomorrow morning. Let's get it. I'll see y'all hasta mañana in the morning, guys.